Let's watch this clip of Marianne Williamson keeping it very real again.
Does it say that Fox News is nicer to me than the lefties are?
I'm sorry?
What does it say? That the conservatives are nicer to me?
It's a bizarre world, man.
It's such a bizarre world. You know, I'm such a lefty. I mean, I'm a serious lefty. But I understand why people on the right call them godless. I mean, it's like, I didn't think the left was as mean as the right. They are.
Well, I'm just right.
Woo! It's bizarre world, man. It's bizarre. A lot of people feel this way. They're just afraid to say it. I mean, if you think about it, if you're progressive, if you're the Bernie Sanders type of progressive, where does Glenn Greenwald go to get a fair shake? He goes to Fox News. He talks to Tucker Carlson. That's the only person that will let him speak and not just malign him and hate on him, actually have a conversation. Where does Tulsi Gabbard, maybe the most level-headed candidate in the Democratic Party, where does she go to get a fair shake in the media? She doesn't go to MSNBC. She doesn't go to CNN. She goes to Fox News, Tucker Carlson. You don't have to like Tucker or agree with anything that he says to know that Glenn Greenwald and Tulsi Gabbard have to go to Fox News just to get a normal conversation in. I don't know any other way to put it. You could be liberal, you could love Marianne Williamson, you could love all of the liberal policies, but there's nothing liberal about liberal news anymore. And to be quite frank, there's nothing really liberal about the Democratic Party. The two candidates that caught my attention were Tulsi Gabbard and Marianne Williamson. Tulsi for talking about regime change, war, and even holding Donald Trump's feet to the fire when it comes to foreign policy. Looks like she can't be in the next debate because she's actually likable, maybe could win, and actually has some legitimate points to make. Marianne Williamson talked about the pharmacy industry and how pills are being overprescribed, and maybe that's not the best first solution. She not only got cut off in the debate, she not only got held out of the next debate, but she got brought onto CNN to get treated poorly and yelled at for having that conversation that they don't want her to have. The Democratic Party is in shambles, so it should be no surprise why Donald Trump pulled off a win in 2016. I mean, the fact that they keep lying to people and they can't figure it out. Look at the Democratic Party. Listen to what Marianne Williamson said again.
Does it say that Fox News is nicer to me than the lefties are?
I'm sorry?
What does it say? That the conservatives are nicer to me?
It's a bizarre world, man.
It's such a bizarre world. You know, I'm such a lefty. I mean, I'm a serious lefty. But I understand why people on the right call them godless. I mean, it's like, I didn't think the left was as mean as the right. They are.
Well, I'm just right.
A lot of us feel that way. So if you really want to stop conservatives and you really want to stop Donald Trump, you can't just hate everybody, hate half of America, keep blaming and wonder why you're losing. Marianne Williamson gets it. I think Tulsi Gabbard gets it. And a lot of people are waking up to this reality. You got to look at your own party, your own news networks, and wonder what the heck is going on, because it's nothing good, it's nothing loving, it's nothing compassionate, it's nothing fair and balanced. It's quite the opposite. Take a look at this tweet recently from a liberal reporter who got held out by the Democrats in California for having one different opinion than them. All this talk of diversity and tolerance and hating on others, and a lot of people didn't realize that there's nothing tolerant about what's going on at all. I don't own cable television. I'm not a fan of any cable TV news, to be honest, but I watched the last 2018 midterm election. I watched half Fox News and I watched half CNN. Fox News was reporting pretty accurately, fair and balanced, and even had too much liberalism for me personally. There was a lot of left-leaning people, like the coverage wasn't that great, but it was fair and balanced and they got to the point much more than CNN. Watching CNN was like being in loopy, insano clown world where they're just race, 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 divide, divide, hate, 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 hate. Then they turn around and act like there's some sort of racial or gender activist saving America. Thank you, Marianne Williamson, for pointing out what a lot of people on the right wing know, what a lot of Trump supporters know, and even a lot of progressives and liberals are starting to realize is these news networks that claim to be democratic and liberal are the farthest thing from it. And yes, if you're a sane, rational liberal who actually has some valid points to make, you will probably get treated better by conservative media, both in the mainstream and in the underground, than you will by a lot of these other people. God bless you. Hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great week. And let's make America debate again, not make America hate again.